We are Trent and Allie, adventurers, explorers,
onward!
And recently, farmers. Trent here is really channeling his inner goat. Life on the farm is full of ups and downs. This is a nightmare. The goats are starting to trust us, the chickens are thriving, but we also learned the hard way how an unexpected frost can ruin our plans.
Last night we were supposed to bring in these vegetables here. The peppers definitely look like they're not gonna make it.
Today we're creating something to help us battle the elements. I think it turned out great, but Trent has a very different opinion.
It looks like crap.
It's gonna be fine, it looks good.
I put so much time and effort.
You're doing great.
Like it's been a while since we picked you guys up while we were still in bed. Today has been a pretty lazy day so far. I've actually made it from my spot in the bed here to the end of the bed, attempting to get up and go downstairs.
No.
Allie hasn't really moved at all. Frank is patiently waiting to go outside. Are you ready? Okay. I guess it's time to get up. All right. We've got a lot to do today, but before we get started, I wanted to take a minute to talk to you guys about today's sponsor, Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens makes an all-in-one comprehensive green powder that supports all of your nutritional needs, and it focuses on 4 pillars of health: immune support, gut health, energy, and recovery. It was originally designed with the help of doctors, naturopaths, and nutritionists to create the highest efficacy and nutritionally complete product on the planet. It's packed with 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced high quality ingredients. It's 100% keto and paleo friendly. It's vegan, gluten-free, with no GMOs, no artificial colors, and no harmful chemicals or preservatives.
Health is dynamic and our needs are always changing. In fact, our schedule is totally different every single day, and with Athletic Greens, that's okay. We've been taking Athletic Greens every morning for a few weeks now, and I can tell the difference.
So I don't know if you guys have tried any green drinks in the past. I have, and I never really liked any of them. One of the other things that I really enjoy about Athletic Greens is it has prebiotics, probiotics, and digestive enzymes. So it helps you process food all throughout the day. Basically, me and Allie actually love this drink, and that's why we're helping support them. So if you guys want to try Athletic Greens, go ahead, jump down in our description, click the link, and if you do so, on your first purchase, you're gonna get 20 travel packs free of charge. So thanks again to Athletic Greens for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get started with our day.
Oh my goodness. Look at this cutie patootie. You're getting super big, huh? Mm-hmm. Hey, Frank.
Not enough of a lazy morning.
Isn't it crazy that his paws are already bigger than Frank's?
I think he's bigger than Frank already. Frank is still number 1. Frank is still the best dog ever, huh? Yeah. Oh, yes.
Boy.
Oh, yes, you can't have my pumpkin cookies.
You're a good dog. So we built these 8 raised planter boxes, and the reason we built them raised is so that Trent's mom Gloria can take care of all the fruits and vegetables easily without having to crouch down on the ground and be on her knees for hours at a time. So the issue with growing around here is that we're at pretty high elevation. So to combat that, we're gonna build a greenhouse to keep everything temperature controlled and have a much longer growing season.
Whew. So it's super windy, things are getting stirred up, obviously it's tickling my allergies, and we decided to open up the gate where the goats are kept because they've been eating down all of the roughage inside their pasture. So we decided to open up the gate and let them come out into our whole property and hopefully mow down some of the grass for us.
They are free-range goats today.
We're gonna start building this greenhouse structure. I'm still trying to build it in my head, so once I build it in my head, then we'll start to put it together in person.
Words of encouragement right there. Great.
I'm kind of mixing ideas that I've seen online, so...
So what you're saying is, this could turn out terribly.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Cool.
But I'm excited. All right, so this is probably not common practice on how I'm going to build this, but I've cut these at 22.5 degrees each, so it makes a nice little 45-degree angle. Now, instead of just like shooting a screw through each side to kind of hold it together, I've kind of tried to make these little templates out of OSB, and these will be glued with adhesive and screwed to kind of gusset the joints and make them a little bit stronger, hopefully.
Look at you using terms like gusset.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Gusset's been in my vocabulary for years.
Oh, wow. I learn something new about you every day. Everything has paused for the moment as Eleanor comes up to the gate where the dogs are. We're all just kind of waiting to see what's about to happen.
Yeah, that's the good stuff, huh? She's like, I can get it on the ground. I don't need it from you.
Hi, good girl. What are you doing? Here you go. Here you go. Yeah. Good job. The bold and brave Eleanor has gotten in and out of the pasture a few times on her own. She's just grazing and having a good time. The little baby Izzy has followed her out now, and Nancy, Izzy's mom, cannot figure out how to get out of the pasture. Even though the gate is open, she's very stressed about being separated from her baby. I'm hoping she can figure it out without us having to go over there and show her what to do. This is a house, dude. We're building another tiny house that we're not gonna live in. I said I would never do this.
Building a plant tiny house.
We've been watching the new, oh, this is all dusty. We've been watching the new Michael Jordan documentary on ESPN, and now everything to me looks like it could be fit for playing some one-on-one basketball.
We are gonna set a basketball hoop up on this so that I can dunk, because guess what?
Look
Boys
at you.
got hops. So what just happened, Allie?
I cut it to 32 1/8 instead of 32 7/8.
The inch monster got it.
The inch monster strikes again.
That's something that on the job site I think is most people, you know, they have a name for it or whatever. I call it the inch monster. The inch monster ate that extra inch. We had the perfect amount of wood. All we had to do was have these last two pieces cut. And as you can see, it's about an inch short. It's no problem. The hardware store is just right down the street. And so we're gonna run, grab a couple extra 2x4s.
I'm sorry.
No, these are just, these are growing pains.
Yeah.
These are learning pains.
And it only happens once.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It happens more than once. The inch monster never goes away. I do it all the time too, so I can't be mad at Allie,
Okay.
but let's go to the hardware store.
I heard you say you found the story.
Looks pretty good, my friend. The question is, can you limbo?
Oh, I can limbo. You wanna see? You wanna see me limbo?
I wanna see it.
Gotta take off all this extra weight. You ready?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's pretty low, huh?
Come on, Trent.
Ah! I lost.
A for effort.
I don't like this game. I haven't limboed in 25 years.
Yeah, I bet.
Alrighty then. This puppy is not as nice as the other side.
That's okay, this is the back.
This is the back.
Far away from the glory, in the midst of our day-to-day routine, in the corner of our minds.
So far, everything is coming out really well. Trent is an amazing carpenter, as I'm slowly learning, but now is when he's starting to mix PVC with wood framing. I have no idea what his vision is here, or if this is gonna work, or where he got this idea from. We shall see.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Almost, oh! Get.
What about the world we both believed in?
Tim the Toolman Taylor meets Dick Van Dyke.
What about the word that made it so? What about your blood?
Oh, I think I've got one more in my pocket. I've got one more.
She's got one more in her pocket.
Oh, hello.
Eleanor is gonna be eating it. These are not treats.
Come here, Eleanor, come here. Here.
She's like, but I want to eat the PVC. Can I please eat the PVC? The winds are picking up, the clouds are moving in, and it looks like it might start raining here shortly. We did get the 4 hoops done. 1 hoop, 2 hoop, 3 hoop, 4 hoop. This will probably work, and like I said, we're gonna go for it. If water starts pooling on the top of the greenhouse, I'm gonna have to do something to remedy that, which would be a pretty easy fix. I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. Also, I think we might end up putting like some trellises or like supports to like help the plants grow up. So if we do that, we can kind of support the center of the tarp with that.
Tomorrow, the tarp is gonna show up. We're gonna finish structurally enforcing everything.
Building the door, doing all of the things.
Maybe we'll even plant some plants.
Yeah, really depends on what time the tarp shows up. But like Allie said, we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna clean up all the tools, and we'll see you guys in the morning.
Good morning, guys. We're waking up bright and early to a very big day today. Today is the day we're gonna milk a goat. The little baby Isabel is being weaned off of her mama. She's eating more and more grain and hay, and she's growing and thriving. And so we're feeling like today is a good day to start trying to milk Nancy. We've got her set up in the milk stand, feeling comfortable. We'll see if Trent can pull it off.
All right, for this expedition, we've got the head mount GoPro, so I'm giving you guys some first person shots. You can hear me talking, but you can't see my face. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. How we doing, ladies?
Close your eyes.
Go for it, you're free.
Get some rest. I know you've had a really bad day.
Good morning, girls.
But I'm right here, it's gonna be okay.
Atta girl, Nancy. I've watched a lot of videos, and I've tried to learn as much as I can about nursing a goat, so I guess here goes nothing. That a girl, Nancy? We just made so much milk, babe. That is quite the bounty.
That is cool.
Good job, Nancy. You did so good.
Don't let go.
There you go. Go ahead. Good girl.
Understand.
Yeah.
Good girl, Nancy. Okay, girls. Good girls. Come on, Eleanor. Good girl. All right, girls, have a good day.
Good morning, little boy. What's going on over here? Hi.
So since I don't have anything better to use at the moment, we're gonna use a coffee filter. I'm gonna try to strain out the hair and whatnot out of this milk. That worked so much better than I thought it was going to. So today was actually like the real test. We separated Nancy and we separated Isabel last night so that she didn't nurse in the middle of the night, so that we could get a good milking session in the morning. We made sure to do this after Isabel was over 6 weeks old so we could start weaning her. We're still gonna let her nurse all throughout the day, but overnight we're gonna separate them so that all the milk comes in, and then we can get a good amount of milk in the morning. And this was a test and it worked. Nancy barely even put up a fight. She kind of moved her leg at first, come on, and then she was fine. So we're really excited to start figuring out how to purify the milk and make sure it's safe to drink. And then we really want to start making goat cheese, and I guess you can make soap with goat milk and all these other things. So Nancy is going to be an important person here on the farm.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
All right, now all we need is a tarp and some screen, and the tarp won't be here until this afternoon. Yeah. This needs to be up just a touch. Nice little gap all the way around. This is gonna be beautiful. Oh, wow. Lunch is ready?
Lunch is ready.
Heck yeah.
Bon appetit.
Looks mighty fine.
We've done everything we can except we're waiting for the tarp to get here. So now we're gonna just enjoy a nice little relaxing lunch, and hopefully the tarp gets here today and we can finish up this project.
In the meantime, we are gonna chow down on lunch. I have been thinking quite a bit about life and death on the farm. We accidentally left the plants outside one night and it froze that night and it killed all of the plants. And death of plants or animals or people or anything like that on a farm is just so much more common and so much more frequently visited than life in the city. Life is also more commonly visited on the farm as well. Hopefully once that tarp shows up, we'll be creating even more life. We'll be growing plants that are going to be brand new, and they're going to be growing fruit and vegetables, which we're going to be eating, which are going to be giving us life.
It's the circle of life.
It's a circle of life. It's really just very, it makes me feel good inside. Like you're getting like back to like the roots of humanity and like growing your own food and raising animals. And this is my mom's farm basically, and me and Allie won't be here forever, and hopefully one day me and Allie will have a little farm of our own.
Look at this. Oh man.
I guess the UPS guy, especially in times like these, is really like Santa Claus for adults. He's like always bringing packages. He's always bringing things that I want. Parts for the truck, tools, all kinds of cool stuff. A tarp for the greenhouse, basically anything we need. I think it's safe to say that I love the UPS man.
Thank you. I don't know if you guys have been able to tell with all the background noise that probably exists in this video, but it's super windy here. It's almost like we haven't even left Patagonia. It's super windy.
Because of the wind, that's another reason that we're wanting to protect these plants, is the wind out here will destroy a garden. As you can probably hear, it's pretty intense right now.
It's also gonna make it really interesting to try to put this tarp over this greenhouse in all this wind. Welcome to our newest tiny home.
Right. So,
quiet in
we
here.
stepped in here because there's no wind. Anyway, the tarp will probably start flapping and then it'll be really noisy, but right now there's no wind. The neighbor just dropped by and brought us homemade cinnamon rolls.
That's adorable.
What a sweet little grandma she is. She's like, I saw you guys struggling out here and I made some cinnamon rolls, so I thought I'd bring you some. What a sweetie. Anyway, we are probably gonna munch on these really quick, and then we're gonna finish getting this all buttoned down on all the ends. It fits perfectly. It's kind of a struggle to get it taut, especially with the wind,
but I think we're making progress.
Also, it's so hot in here.
Also, it's so hot in here. We're gonna need to water this soil, get it nice and wet, and then we're gonna need to get some type of exhaust system in here because it's not even a hot day and it's really hot in here.
This tarp is awesome. It's very heavy duty. It's made for greenhouses, but it just comes in this huge rectangle. So now we're basically wrapping the most complicated Christmas present ever, trying to figure out how to do all the seams as minimally and taut as possible. It's a little stressful.
These corners are like very difficult to make look nice. I'm gonna be able to button everything down so that, you know, the wind and stuff doesn't get a hold of it, but do you guys think it looks like crap?
Well, it's not done. It's not a fair question yet.
I think it looks like crap.
It's gonna be fine. It looks good.
I put so much time and effort.
You're doing
it just looks
great.
Like a poop.
No.
Like poop. Whatever.
It's functional poop.
It'll grow plants, that's all we need.
I think Trent's gonna work his magic and this is gonna come out beautifully.
Well, it was a perfect fit, and then after you get 3 layers of vinyl on each side, or poly, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but that's okay. One, it'll probably wear out a little bit and become a little bit looser, and 2, you don't want it flying open when the wind catches in here, so that's pretty good.
Hey,
Well, guys,
this is awesome.
I'm really disappointed in myself.
Why?
I mean, this will work. It's gonna keep the wind out. It's gonna keep the cold out as soon as we put a window on the door. It's gonna serve its purpose, but like when I build things, I like to make them nice and sound and neat. And this is not nice or sound or neat. I'm sorely embarrassed of this project. But I think it's important to show you guys anyways and show you that everybody makes mistakes. And this is a pretty, I wouldn't say this is a big mistake. I'm disappointed with the way that this turned out. I think it's gonna work. I think it looks really sloppy.
I'm super proud of you. And I think you have really high expectations for yourself all the time, which is great, and you always meet them. And I think this is gonna be very functional. It just doesn't meet your aesthetic standards. But that's literally it. Everything else about it came out perfectly.
Yeah, I hate it. It's okay, I'll get over it. It just kind of looks like crap, and hopefully the next thing that we build doesn't look like crap. I have noticed some of these tree seeds though. We need to get these out of here.
Oh yeah?
We don't want that here. It'll be growing out the roof like James and the Beanstalk, or what was his name?
James the Giant Peach?
No. Fee, fi, fo, fum, that story.
What's his name?
Jack and the Beanstalk?
Jack, of course.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Even though I'm kind of being a Debbie Downer about the way that the greenhouse turned out, it's 10 times better than not having a greenhouse. So I'm pretty excited to get the plants planted, to start cultivating everything and coming out every morning and waiting months before we have vegetables. But I think it'll be cool when it does happen. I don't think we're gonna do the window today, and I don't think we're gonna plant any plants today because I think the hardware store is about to close and it's about quitting time. So we're gonna clean everything up and head inside.
Trent's a little discouraged, guys. I think it came out great. I think it's gonna be awesome, but just to cheer him up, because I know he's a little down in the dumps right now, 2 homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Oh boy. This is a nice revitalizing snack.
And a bunch of puppies.
And puppies!
Oh, Frank!
All the puppies!
All of the puppies!
Also,
He's like, that smells
don't try to eat
amazing.
my cookie on my mouth.
It's been a lot more work than expected, as is the theme of farm life here, but we got it done. And I'm sure there will be lots of modifications and upgrades in the future, so stay tuned.
I hope you guys had a fun time coming along on our adventure on the farm today. If you guys liked this video, make sure you show us by giving us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
Thank you again to Athletic Greens for sponsoring this video. Please click the link in our description if you want to check them out and get a great deal.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.